Hello everybody, it's Chris Fox here at Fox HQ. I'm in my little corner of the world surrounded by instruments, having a blast as always. Something incredible happened. So about a week ago I went into my little merchandise box. We call it Shop in a Shoe Box because originally it was just an old shoebox full of CDs that I would take around and sell with me at gigs, and I dug in and found that I was down to the last 3 copies of my first album, which is called From the Shadows. That's the last 3. They're a bit glary there because they're covered in terrible polythene. And yeah, it kind of made me think. So in 2019 I put this album out and I did a mad thing and bought 500 copies of the album. And the minute it was very easy because it click 500, and then it's, you know, you put it on the credit card and it's in the post, it's on its way. I remember kind of walking away from the computer thinking, oh, what the hell have I just done? CDs are like a dying technology. I don't know if anybody's even going to like this album. And I've just lashed probably, I don't know, it might have been, well, it was a lot of money to buy that many CDs at once. And the album came out, it did quite well. We got good reviews. And in the first like 2 or 3 months, I think it came out in September 2019. And the first 3 months it went really well, shifted about 100 of them, and then it started to slow down a bit, obviously, as the initial sort of wave of fans and friends bought them. It petered out, but it was, you know, just gradually drip feeding, and I thought, great, not too bad. And then obviously 2020 came, COVID hit, and I was sort of forced into the realms of live streaming, which for me was a bit of a nightmare. And yeah, just had kind of boxes and boxes and boxes of them sat under the bed. I used to sort of lay there in bed at night and I swear I could hear the CDs almost laughing at me like, you idiot. And yeah, so all this time has gone by and I finally shifted them. Now, in full disclosure, I probably gave away about 40 to 50 of them when I first got the album, because what you do is you send your CDs out to radio stations, magazines, venues that you're trying to get gigs at, to try and build a tour and to try and build up a little bit of a press bubble around the album when it comes out. So yeah, I'm down to, I mean, I'm not very good at maths, but 450, and I've got 3 left. So I ordered a new batch. A couple of weeks ago someone was at a gig and they said to me, oh, why is it covered in polythene? Why is it covered in soft plastic? Why have you done that? Soft plastic being like the hardest one to recycle. And I went, yeah, do you know what, why have I done that? Because that's a bit embarrassing in 2023, not very worldly or sensible. So I've had a new lot made, but these ones are not covered in plastic, which, oh, they show up nicer on camera, which is great. So I've got a whole new batch and I'm ready to do it all again. And at present we have a deal on the website or on the album, so you can get albums are £12 each. Obviously I had to put the price up a little bit because of what's gone on with the economy, and but you can get 2 for 20. We do a deal on 2 for 20, and I'll put a link to the website in here somewhere on YouTube, so you can go over and if you want to treat yourself to that. Speaking of treating yourselves, I decided at this momentous occasion that I'd sold all of those CDs, I would treat myself to a new gizmo. Ta-da! It's a MIDI keyboard. I'm currently on the very cusp of starting work on my next album, which is coming out next autumn winter. I can't tell you anything about it because I haven't written it yet and I don't know what it's going to be about. So, but I've been recently kind of reconnecting with some of my very earliest sort of musical memories, one of which was the Gorillaz first album that Damon Albarn made. Damon Albarn, did I say that properly? Sorry Damon if you're watching, of course you aren't. And he's mad about like all things kind of MIDI and drum machines and stuff, and I just thought it would be a really cool toy. I've got no idea how it works, but what I like is that it's really small and I feel a little bit like Gulliver when I'm playing it. I feel like a giant. It's great. I'll learn how to use it properly and not make stupid jokes like that for much longer. Yeah, so this was my treat to myself for selling all of those CDs. I want to take the opportunity to say a really big thank you to anybody who's ever come to a gig and bought a CD off me. I know, you know, like I said, it's a dying technology, and yeah, it is kind of risky putting a lot of money into it because you have to buy them in bulk to make it worthwhile, and then you have to sell them in bulk. So, well, you have to sell the bulk, and So yeah, a big shout out and lots of love and thank yous to anybody who's ever bought one of my albums. It really is the lifeblood of what keeps me going at the moment until I can figure out how to transition into the world of, I don't know, internet streaming or doing something, find another way to make revenue. CDs and gigs are kind of like my main income. So yeah, thank you so much. I've probably said way more than I needed to, but I'm a bit of a gabbler on camera, so there you go, and I will see you down the road somewhere soon.